Yeah, thanks a lot, Felix. A big thank you to our last panel. And this is it. This was our very first Bitkom Quantum Summit, and I really hope you had as much fun as I had. We have some tremendous numbers. We had 80 plus speakers. We had more than 55 sessions. We had 2 stages and even one virtual world with a beach. And obviously, we have some lively discussions, and I tried to summarize some of the main quotes, at least from our stage today, which I would like to share with you today. So we had a variety of topics, really. It started with talking about SMEs and startups, and one of our panelists said that it's one of the most rewarding things founding a company in the quantum world. And in order to do that, we need the right education. We had lots of insights and even a panel on education, and there's so much to be found, and that's why we need good quantum education. And when we talked about different sector perspectives, we had this really nice quote about the genie in the bottle, that quantum technologies really are still a little genie in the bottle, especially when it comes to state defense and security. And we also try to really broaden the viewpoint and the perspectives to look at Europe and the European network in collaboration. And it was said that the impacts of quantum computing will change and disrupt whole ecosystems. We had our input from the French ministry and the French side talking about their ecosystem quantum strategy. And I guess that was one of the quotes from our first speaker, Jan, today. He said that quantum computing really has the potential to turn our world into a better world. And I guess that is a really nice summarizing statement of what we learned throughout the last 2 days. And if you want to see more of these quotes, and also if you might want to rewatch the 2 stages we had yesterday, all these recordings will be available on Swapcard on our platform as of tonight. So feel free to dive into the topics, to rewatch talks. And again, also feel free to write about it on LinkedIn, on Twitter, using our hashtag QuantumSummit21. And with every good conference, all of this would not have been possible without the great support of our partner network. We mentioned a lot of partners during the last 2 days. We have Atos, Fraunhofer, Fujitsu, and IQM as our partners. And then furthermore, we had content and media partners, which are BuyScout, Data Insider, Digital Engineering, Digital Business, QTech, and QBN. And besides our partners, I would also like to really shout out a huge thank you to Roman Banzen, who is our very own Bitkom head of IT infrastructure topics. And he really is the mastermind behind this conference, making it possible for the first time in Bitkom history. And I guess, and I'm sure you would agree, that this was one of a really great conferences. And I hope you had a lot of fun and could get some really new insights. And also, as with every conference, this would not have been possible without the great team behind the scenes. There were so many people running around, which you couldn't see, but which were there to make all the streams working, to facilitate the conversations, to set up the IT infrastructure. So thank you also to all these people who weren't in front of a camera, but as much part of the project as everyone who was on stage. And yeah, there was one last quote, if you may, that I would like to quote here. Some of our panelists said that it's great to see as many friends and familiar faces at this conference. And this is really what this conference was about. It was about bringing together the quantum community, bringing together you as a whole. And really, we were talking a lot about this, really to bridge the gap between the different worlds, between academia, between business, between countries, to use this as our networking and as our collaboration format. And so, yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay connected, and see you next year. Goodbye.